Hi, I'm Dr. Brett Watwood. I'm going to be your instructor for EDU6333, Social Media and Beyond. What's the Beyond mean? Let's take a look at the course and see. So welcome to EDU6333. As I said, I am Brett Watwood, your instructor. I'm also at bwatwood on Twitter. I have an email address. I blog. I have a LinkedIn account. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, a host of other social sites. In other words, I have a digital identity, just like you do. And it is this interplay between our social identities and education that we'll explore over the next 12 weeks. So let me run through a bit of course overview for you. Social media has certainly been in the headlines the past year, and I'll talk more on that in a moment. This course is an opportunity to experiment with the social side of the web, explore its ethical and not so ethical uses, and determine for yourself whether social media fits your organization and your own professional needs. I have been an advocate for its use, but it is important to understand both the affordances and the darker challenges that social media provide. We're going to do this collaboratively, using social media as part of the dialogue for this course. We'll be looking forward, but we'll also look back to see if technological transitions of the past might inform our future with digital technology. After all, the coming of the personal computer, and even chalkboards, required shifts in teaching practice. We'll look at recent research and explore what it says about integrating technology in the learning experience. We will explore whether the participatory web, or what some call Web 2.0, can enhance motivation and cognition. There are two required books in this course. Education in Social Media is a 2016 book edited by Christine Greenhow, Julius Sonneven, and Colin Egger. We supplement this book with this new 2019 book on digital citizenship by Carrie Rogers Whitehead, which moves us into more of a digital literacy perspective for the course. I am also suggesting two optional books. Siva Vaid Nathan's 2018 Anti-Social Media, which as its tagline implies, looks at how social media, and Facebook in particular, move through algorithms and practices to disconnect us rather than connect us, and in the process, undermine democracy. This book provides a nice balance to the optimistic view of the use of social media in education. And while a little dated, Paul Anderson's 2012 book, Web 2.0 and Beyond, is in some ways now a history book, and I feel that the background he provides is good grounding for any educator. These are both optional, and I'll allude to both of them as the term progresses. As I mentioned earlier, these are indeed interesting times. 18 months ago, a firestorm erupted over Facebook and Cambridge Analytica's mining of data. Because of a loophole in the terms of agreement, signing up for Facebook not only meant that you gave the company the right to look at your data, including sort of hidden in the fine print, all phone calls and text messages you made, but it gave you permission to mine that same data from all your friends. So Cambridge Analytica was able to leverage the data of 250,000 Facebook accounts into the data of some 50 million people and use that data for targeted political ads. Our American president has made Twitter his default means of communication and informing people when he's fired them. One could suggest that President Trump's use of Twitter is a case study in and of itself. This makes our course both extremely relevant and a constantly shifting target. Your job is to be open to using social media, but still skeptical as to its efficacy. I will try each week to provide both pros and cons, and I hope you will as well through Twitter. We will explore this together. This is a fast 12 weeks. We'll start with defining social media, while at the same time using it through Twitter. In the second week, we'll begin to build the concept of a personal learning network through social media. Then, over the course of the coming 9 weeks, we'll shift back and forth between some theoretical concepts and some practical tools and platforms, before finally looking at what the next steps might be. Most of our coursework will take place in Blackboard, but we will use Twitter weekly. I used to also have this class conduct some discussions in a closed Facebook group, but given the data mining issues that have surfaced, I did not think it was morally right for me to require students to have a Facebook account, so I dropped that requirement for this class. I'm always exploring alternative options, so stay flexible. We may try out some new social media platforms as the course unfolds. I still think that LinkedIn is a good option for professionals, so we'll use that to connect. But as of right now, we're not going to use it for actual coursework. In the main menu of our course, you've already found a tab called Start Here. That's how you got to this video. But make sure you check out the folder underneath the video. It contains information on setting up a dummy email account, which is an option but not required, setting up a Twitter account, which is required, using TweetDeck or Hootsuite. There are 2 platforms that make managing Twitter easier, and pick one, not both. And finally, a survey to help me get to know each of you better. Those of you who have had me before will recognize this. I use a process for online teaching called PI for preparations, interactions, and evaluation, something I picked up from practices at St. Leo University in Florida. Each week you will see a weekly module set up in this format. Preparation lays out an overview for the week and provides a very detailed task list with due dates. Interactions is where you interact with content, with each other, and with me. And evaluation provides information on how you're being graded, as well as places for submitting your assignments. As with most Northeastern courses, there is a weekly flow to this course. Typically by Thursday, you will have tweeted something in response to the prompts I give you. By Friday, you will have authored your weekly post in the discussion board. And between Friday and Sunday, you will continue engaging with your classmates on both Twitter and Blackboard, commenting on their posts and comments. And by the way, if you wait till late Sunday to begin that process, you're not giving me or your classmates time to respond back to you and you to respond back to them. And so your grade's going to suffer on that. I like to see responses start really on Saturday and then the follow-ups on Sunday. You will note that weekly participation makes up 25% of your grade, and half of that comes from commenting. So as I said, don't wait until late Sunday to start that. The other signature assignments are noted here. You've got an infographic that I think you'll find a lot of fun, a crowdsourced poll and analysis using social media to poll some of your friends and classmates, a development of a social media plan for where you work, and finally looking at a legal case that has something to do with social media. All these you'll be loading into your Digication e-portfolio by the end of the course. So that provides an overview of this course. The young lady in this picture is my granddaughter, back when she was 2. She's now 11, owns her own iPad, loves emojis, texts me weekly, and will soon enter the world of social media. So I take this course personally. This is the world in which my grandkids are growing up. I hope this course is as meaningful to you. The old saying that you get out of it what you put into it certainly applies to this course and to social media. So I look forward to learning with you.